of hearing the truth about cryptocurrency as I expose the lies that are told to keep you poor and to stop you from building wealth. I'm tired of y'all being poor. I want you to stop living paycheck, to have the life of your dreams, and I see crypto as the easiest way for all of us to get there. And yet, there's 6 lies that are consistently stopping you and people just like you from realizing this. Now, the first 3 lies are, if you're big into crypto already, you've probably already got past these, and knowing these answers will help you when your friends come to you with these lies to reject them and get them into crypto. The last 3 lies are lies that are very frequent to those of us in the crypto community already. So I appreciate you helping me blow this new channel up. Without further ado, let's start looking at these lies. And yeah, I should probably put the screen on. This is live. Thank you very much for watching live. Half Russian and Dominic, thanks for being the first ones here. The first lie is that crypto is a scam or a Ponzi. This is the first thing almost everybody says when I tell them about crypto. It's a scam or it's Ponzi. It's not legit. And here's the truth. Fiat currencies are the ultimate scam and Ponzi scheme. And I'll show you some data for this. Long story short, they always go down. You never make a profit on them, and the government can just take it from you whenever they want. Crypto, by comparison, is revolutionary financial technology that is going to change the world as much as the internet did. What's up, Jay and Bossmaster? This is a scam. The U.S. has, I didn't change this one either, all right. The U.S. has $31 trillion in debt. Now you're telling me that the U.S. dollar is safe? That's not a scam? 31 trillion, that's 31,000 billion dollars in debt. The inevitable conclusion to this will be continued inflation. And inflation has spiked in the most recent few years, and perhaps I'll get a graph that shows that next time. Long story short, the dollar constantly goes down and sucks, and you never get a return on it. And the dollar's actually better than a lot of other currencies. Argentina's inflation doubled in 1 year. And then you got Lebanon over there knocking the value of the currency down by 90% overnight. That means if you were worth $100,000 in whatever Lebanese currency is, the next day you're worth $10,000. That's a scam. And it's never gonna go back up. Not just that, but the government, even in Canada, which you'd think was a pretty free country, you protest the government, they just freeze your money. Oh, we didn't like what you did. You didn't even break the law, but we don't like what you did. We're gonna go ahead and hold on to your funds because you're a terrorist. And whoops, this slide got out of order up in here. That's unfortunate, isn't it? Let's drag that one a bit over there. I spent an hour making this presentation, and let's just go ahead and slide that little buddy over there. All right, now put this one back up. Crypto is global. Unlike these fiat currencies, which are issued by local governments, crypto is in almost every country right now, and that's the beauty of crypto. It's a currency people can use all over the world. If you want to see more about how global crypto is and why, to me, crypto is inevitably going to keep pumping, watch this video, which is linked in the description. Now let's go into the second lie. If someone doesn't say that crypto is a scam or a Ponzi scheme, first thing, the next thing, whenever I try and explain crypto to somebody, they're like, oh, it's risky, it's so volatile. Now why? Because ChatGPT told you to say that. ChatGPT, I asked it about crypto, and it put the word volatile, every other word. Crypto volatile, is volatile, is crypto's volatile. The truth, Bitcoin and Ethereum are the best performing assets ever. Think about that. The best performing assets ever. Ever. They're the best performing assets ever. All markets experience volatility, or an absence of significant gains. Bitcoin and Ethereum just go up and up and up overall over the long term. Meanwhile, if you have something that has no volatility, it also comes with no gains. And the people that, oh, this was supposed to go back there. So this was a slide to show you that lots of things. There's scams all over the place. Scams and Ponzi schemes all over the place, right in the stock market. That was right where it was supposed to be, wasn't it? Now, moving on. Look at these returns. Look at these Bitcoin returns. I mean, these are just nuts here. And yes, it goes down. It went down 58% in 2014. I remember that's when I started buying it. And it went down 73% in 2018. But between down here and down here, it went up 35, up 125, up 1,000, down 73, up, down, up. And the next 2 years will probably be up also. That is a great performing asset. That is so much better than the other stuff. And look at this. Look at the annualized return. Look at this compared to the NASDAQ, compared to large caps, compared to treasuries, compared to gold. Bitcoin has been a destroyer of all other kinds of assets. And the people that are not in it are scared of it. What's up, K-Oasis, Giovanni, Stu, Tim? Nice to see you. Thanks for being new here. And Ethereum is off to an even better start than Bitcoin. And some of these other altcoins are doing really well also. And if you want to talk about volatility, do you consider PayPal and Shopify and Meta to be volatile? Because they sure as hell are. If you look at them, when I got this news article clipped, they went down just as much as Bitcoin did. But PayPal and Shopify and Meta and other stocks, you don't consistently get slammed with, they're volatile. Why? Well, here's why. Because the wealthiest people in the US own the majority of the stocks. So if you're buying stocks, you're buying from them. And they're making money. And they manipulate the market. So they pump the market up, then they dump, and then they buy back in and pump it back up again, and then take your money and dump it again. The wealthiest people in the country want you to not be scared of buying stocks, because stocks are absolutely volatile. You can lose all your money in stocks, but they're already holding almost all the stocks, whereas they're not holding almost all the Bitcoin. So this is now the last lie that crypto noobs will constantly say. And then we'll get into the 3 lies that most affect crypto pros, or people that have been in or are already past these first 3 lies. What's up, Fernando, Lisa, Raul? Nice to see you today. Some meme coins have done well, but a lot of meme coins have purely lost everything. So the 3rd lie is that crypto's a fad and will go away. I remember people saying this about the internet 20 years ago. Oh, this is just a fad, or this is gonna die. And I remember all kinds of, regulatory talk, people scared. It feels just like with crypto. The truth is, and of course this is my truth, this is my opinion, the truth is that our entire financial system is being completely rebuilt with cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. And this means the people that are most critical of crypto see that if this keeps going the direction it is now going, they are either going to have to change their minds or get wiped out. Just like encyclopedias. Do you remember when you used to, some of y'all don't remember, I remember when I was a kid, we had to go look stuff up in the encyclopedia. There was no Google. I remember when you had to spin the phone around to dial it like that. Now it's almost unimaginable to think that you'd have to spin a phone around to dial it. The internet completely destroyed a lot of industries. It destroyed established businesses. Things like the music business at first were extremely resistant to the internet. And now look at them. Now they're all about the internet. But when the internet first came out and people were downloading a bunch of songs illegally, there was all kinds of crap about that. Crypto is going to be very destructive to a lot of elements of our existing financial system. And that's good destruction. Remember the slides I showed you? That's what we want. So those are the first 3 lies that crypto noobs tend to get stuck with. Now we're going to go into 3 lies that are very pertinent if you're already in crypto, if you've already moved past those first 3. These are the next 3 lies that will tend to hinder you greatly. Expose the lies, Lisa says. C. Watts, what's up? Nice to see you. I appreciate you watching the beginner's video yesterday. What's a better protocol? Stan asks, Stacks or IPC? I like IPC so far. What's up, FTMO? Fernando? Nice to see you today. Fernando says another lie is Ethereum is decentralized. I mean, it's more decentralized than most other blockchains, but compared to Bitcoin, and Bitcoin mining is somewhat centralized. There's a few huge companies that provide most of the hash power. Nothing's exactly perfect, but we're doing better. All right, so let's take a look at lie number 4. I appreciate the live chat, and I'll answer any questions you have if I can during this also. So the fourth big lie, and this is one of the first big lies you get into in crypto, is that if you want big money or if you want high rewards, you need to go for high risk. Because once you get into crypto and start buying Bitcoin and Ethereum, these can easily get boring. I bought more Ethereum for the 3rd day in a row today, and I'll show you that in a minute. The truth is, asymmetric risk is where you get your high reward. To put that in simpler terms, you want things that have big potential upside, low risk. That's asymmetric risk, which means small risk, huge gains. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for something that's high risk and high reward because, well, you might as well buy Bitcoin or Ethereum if you turn the odds of that. Bitcoin and Ethereum, I classify both of these as low risk, high reward. They could still 50 or 100x. Now, yes, they're probably not going to 50 or 100x in the next year or two. However, if you just buy it and hold it, wait 5, 10, 15, 20 years, they may 50 or 100x. And there's almost no risk at the price it's at today of you losing money on it. I mean, it's certainly possible. And in the short term, you might lose 50% if the housing recession and all this stuff comes in. And the market could drop 50% more before we hit our next upside. That said, that's about as far down as they're probably going to go. And they still can go up 50 or 100x. So that's asymmetric risk. Your potential rewards are very high. Your potential losses, expected odds of losses also are very low. Now, some other altcoins have maybe just a little more risk than Bitcoin and Ethereum and have even possible higher rewards. Now, those are very desirable, but most altcoins are purely high risk, high reward. When I did the study, let's see if I put this slide next. Here's the slide I wanted. So this is most altcoins. This is 5 years ago. The top 100 altcoins, only 3 out of 100 outperformed Bitcoin. I did this a month ago, so I guess this is 5 years and a month ago compared to 1 month ago, technically. If you notice, Bitcoin, and this was a nice comparison coming out of a bull market top, and then 5 years later, coming hopefully out of a bear market or, towards the end of probably a bear market, even if we dip a bit more. Only 3% of altcoins actually beat Bitcoin, and that's what I'm talking about, asymmetric risk. If you just bought Bitcoin 5 years ago, you'd have came out 283% up from what you put in. And to compare that with if you bought all the top 100 altcoins, you'd have barely made your money. You'd have barely even broke even because you'd have lost on the majority of altcoins. Now, 4 years ago, the data gets a little better, where 11% of cryptos did better than Bitcoin. But that's what you want to do, is you want to look for cryptos that your odds of losing are low and your potential returns are high. And if you want to see exactly everything I've bought based on my research in the last 2 months, every single thing I've bought every day and how much of it I've got, watch this video. It's in the description. It has my whole portfolio I talk about. And every day, the newest portfolio, I buy 50 a day. It's always in the description. I always update it with exactly what I'm holding. So this takes us to number 6. What's up? We have both Lisas in the house. I see the 200 million in Bitcoin sold today, but I'm going to speak to that point in this lie right here. I have Cypherium in that portfolio, yes. What's causing, if you get a whole bunch of people all taking the same long position or the same short position, it's just logical to wipe them out. What happened, what I see is the Silvergate news and the Bitcoin longs got way overbought. And if you've got huge amounts of money and you see all these longs sitting there, crash the market, clean up on those longs, then let the shorts load up, push the market up, clean up on those shorts. That's why you don't leverage trade. Do not leverage trade, and don't time the market either. So we'll speak to this more in line number 5. Line number 5 says you have to go all in. Whether it's doing things like leverage trading to take one Bitcoin and trade it like you've got 50, or whether it's pick one crypto and go all in on it, or whether it's take all your money in the bank account and put it in now. And this to me is one of the biggest lies I've got hit with and that I've fell for over and over in crypto. And the truth as I see it after 9 years in crypto now, is that diversification spreads risk while maximizing returns. Thank you for the sub. I'm not sure how to say that, but thank you. Diversification spreads your risk while maximizing returns. So we want to both diversify in what we're holding and when we're buying. That way, you don't have to time the market, you don't have to get stressed out, and you also don't get killed on one particular crypto going down. What I've found in my research is that dollar cost averaging in and out is the most proven strategy for building wealth for millionaires. So if you'd like to really build wealth, the proven strategy that works for the majority of people is to simply buy buy every day, and then if the market gets way oversold and speculated, then sell a little bit every day to rebalance the portfolio. The key is you don't shove all in at once and pull all out at once, and then with this, investing a consistent percentage of your income minimizes impulsive, risky decisions. So I will address the opposite point of this in just a second. But this is my system. I buy daily. I withdraw from exchanges immediately to wallets I control unless I have to pay a high fee, and then I save up. So I'll buy 300 to 600 in Ethereum, stack that up, and then pull it all out at once to only get hit with that $5 withdrawal fee once. Hold it for 1+ years to minimize taxes, minimize impulsivity, and maximize possible gains, and then sell DCA out. If I've got 20x profits, I can sell with low or no taxes. I want to DCA out at that point, because then I can rebalance my portfolio, especially if some altcoin 1000x's, I'll exit that position and then put into things that are going to have a better likelihood of maintaining over time. Now, if this is exactly what I bought the last 2 weeks here. So I bought Ethereum today, Ethereum yesterday, and Ethereum the day before, because when it looks like the market might drop, Bitcoin and Ethereum usually won't drop as much as everything else. So with the housing data we're seeing, I see there's a very good likelihood that the market will drop. We had hundreds of millions in Bitcoin sold off yesterday. Prices are down. The Ethereum upgrades pushed back. Sentiment's kind of negative. So I'm loading up on Ethereum because this probably won't drop that much. And it has huge pump potential. I also then alternate and pick up some altcoins that I think have strong fundamentals and could pump. But I don't put more than 50 in any single day. And this allows me to be diversified in the timing and diversified in the assets. And I put bigger percentages into assets that have huge upside with minimal downside. If you want to see more about why I'm so positive about Ethereum, these layer 2s are scaling Ethereum. They're getting a ton of usage. And meanwhile, people are not buying over the FUD about staking. And people are sleeping on these layer 2s and how much that is going to pump the price for Ethereum. So if you want to see why I bought Ethereum today, I really went over that well in this video about Coinbase. I looked at a lot of Ethereum data. That's linked in the description. If you want to avoid all the mistakes I made investing in crypto and that other people are making, this is a video linked in the description you'll want to watch. And if you want to see my system explained in more detail, watch this one. All those are linked in the description. Now, I realize some of you are going to tell me that it's not right for you to do my boring old dollar cost averaging system. So I'll speak to that. If you are living paycheck to paycheck, or if you're just above living paycheck to paycheck, if you frequently struggle with financial insecurity, if you've had a history of gambling addiction or other addictions, I suggest you stick to my system and what I've shown here based on my experience. Now, that's just my opinion. It's up to you to understand what the best thing to do for you is. So I would say the majority of people, probably 90 to 95%, this will work the best for you. Now, If you're in that 5 or 10%, then your situation is unusual. If you have thousands and maybe even tens or hundreds of thousands sitting in the bank and you don't need to work, or you make a lot of money working and you save most of it and you keep your expenses low, if you're already a millionaire and you want to go for Decamillionaire, then Joe Paris Crypto will show you very effectively how he did it and how he does it. I talk with him every week. He's mentored me in growing my channel, and my DCA strategy is not for him. And Superman Crypto, both of these guys are two of my favorite crypto YouTubers, and they show you much more advanced strategies. You should watch them if you want much more advanced strategies. And I pick some of the same altcoins that they pick. The difference is they might put 1,000 or 10,000 into them. I put $50 into them. And then I might not make the same amount of money. They might make a lot more, but I also can't lose more than $50. Lisa, thank you for the super chat. Where is it? It's not popping up yet. It must be a bit behind. So if you know you're advanced, if you know you can stomach the emotional volatility, if you know you are up for the advanced strategies, then they will help you do that. There's the super chat. Let's go. Lisa with the super chat on every stream she's been here for. Thank you, Lisa, for the $2. Super chat. Super chats, I love that. So I talk with both of them, and it's important to understand there are different ways, different strokes for different folks. I've decided, since they're doing such a great job teaching the advanced strategies, I need to teach the basic stuff, because most of y'all are simple mother lovers. Most of y'all should just be doing what I'm doing. And for me, a person with a history of gambling addiction, I don't need to be trying to play in the deep end of the pool, because you play into the deep end of the pool before you know how to swim, and you end up drowning. And some of y'all have done that with crypto. You've wiped yourself out financially in crypto, and then you get out of it completely, which is the worst thing you could do. So this brings us to lie number 6, which is the last lie, at which point I'll just hang out and answer questions and wrap this up. The last lie, that this is the sneakiest one, that one person or one small group of people has all the answers. That all I need to do is watch just Jerry Banfield's videos and just buy what he buys every day. No. The truth is that all of us are creating this world in real time, which means great uncertainty and confusion. We are all gods. Jesus said, even the least among you can do all that I can do and greater things. We are all gods creating this experience in real time. What you think and what you do matters and contributes to the future of humanity. Therefore, what you buy and what you talk about and who you listen to, that affects all the rest of us. So wherever we're going in the future, we're kind of all doing this together. And for me, I found that diverse and new opinions often help me find what feels right for me. It's so tempting to just watch the same people. Like, I watch every Joe Paris video, every Superman Crypto video. I watch a lot of Coin Bureau's videos and a lot of Invest Answers videos. And Crypto Casey. Those are the main 5 people I watch. And yet I find, you get used to watching the same people, you start to kind of tunnel vision in. And by doing that, you miss out on those the new opportunities. I also watch Adam Bergman show, puts out a ton of videos. I watch some of his as well. When I've done that in the past, then you get this tunnel vision, and this stops learning and growth. So I encourage you to watch other people, hear their opinions, see what they think is great, and then put it all together. Take what I've said, take what other people have said, and see what makes sense to you. And sometimes an opinion that's objectionable at first, that sounds disagreeable, will actually be one that is enjoyed and becomes, what feels right. I used to hate things like dollar cost averaging, and I used to be all about going all in and trying to make quick money, and well, I've learned. And I hope to be a voice that's very authentic and just shares, what I'm doing, and I'm grateful so many of you have given me so many feedback for this, but I don't have all the answers. I'm figuring this out just like you, and no matter who you watch, they're figuring it out just like you as well. And they might research Superman and Joe Paris have just put thousands and thousands of hours in researching over the years. They've often made way more mistakes than you've made. And yet, they're just trying to figure out the best investments to make every day too. They only know a small amount of what can be known. All of us. I've been in crypto for 9 years and I'm still learning a lot every day. And sometimes I have to find somebody that seems disagreeable or somebody who's brand new to learn from them. Now, yeah, sometimes you watch a horrible crypto video and that'll make you appreciate the other ones. Like I watched a guy the other day. He talked about stuff I already knew for the first 3 minutes of the video. It was almost all fluff. Then talked about a sponsor for like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, don't recommend this channel ever again. That was absolute trash. And that was useful for me to watch to remember, don't ever do that with my channel, because I sold my channel out quite a bit in the past. So if you want to talk with me more, I'm available. You can schedule a Zoom call with me whenever my calendar's open. I would love to talk to you and get to know you more. These Zoom calls have helped me adjust my videos because I was making my videos a bit too advanced for a lot of the past. And, most people have never even bought crypto. Most people in crypto are relatively new, like haven't been in it more than, a year or two. So I've been doing this a long time. I'd love to chat with you. If you want to be in my best community where I'm at every day, my inner circle is my Millionaire Mastermind. For those of you that are very serious about building wealth, ready to get accountable and tell us exactly how much you're worth and do whatever it takes to learn and grow. And thank you for blowing this new crypto channel up. I'll see if there's any questions I haven't answered. And then I'll hop over onto one of my other channels. I'll go live. If you just buy and hold and you don't DCA, that's fine. There's lots of other, you can buy once a week, once a month. You can do whatever you want to. This is a free world. And that's why you want to listen to multiple people. You might find Joe's videos, Michael's videos, Coin Bureau's. You might find somebody else gives you consistently the advice you feel is right. You can roll out more YouTubers too by watching more. Yeah, if I see somebody that just is, it's tough in crypto because as soon as you get an audience, you get people with money that want to come give you the money to promote them. And in the past, I got sucked right into that. Like, oh, you're going to give me money to promote your crypto and give me the crypto? Sure, I'll promote that. You want to give me a Bitcoin to promote your website? Yes, I'll do that. And it killed the integrity of my channel in the long term, though. What do you think about OAS? I haven't taken enough. Is that Oasis? I haven't taken enough of a look at that to get a good opinion on it. Fernanda says line number 6 is a good one. It is. And that's the sneakiest one because as human beings, we get comfortable watching the same shows, listening and seeing the same people every day. And I was in a struggle, my biggest financial struggle in 2020. I had blown my business up with bad decisions, which started with a mindset of not enough, of resentment, of anger. And that led to me blowing my business up in a negative way, like a bomb blowing it up. And in 2020, in the middle of so many people, going into fear and lockdowns and panic, I tried more new things in 2020 than I'd probably tried in any year since 2014. I met more new people while everybody was locked down. I was out meeting new people in person. I'm like, I don't give a what y'all are doing. I've got to grow and learn and expand, and I need to meet new people and hear new viewpoints and see new things if I want to expand. I've also lived around the world, which really helps with my viewpoint. And you can see the necessity when you live around the world, you see that things you take for granted, like using silverware to eat, that's not how everybody eats. Being very private and not talking about sex, that's not how everybody operates. Some cultures are very open and talk about sex. Some cultures are very open about nudity. Others are very prude. I got to get in one of them open about nudity ones. And on each, you see the more you live around the world that things you think this is how everybody does it. No, this is just local customs. You go somewhere else, they got a whole different set of stuff. And this is the same with taking in information. If you take in the same information from the same people all the time, you can miss some big opportunities that you can only see if you don't have those blinders on. There's a profile that says Gary Gensler in the chat. I'm not sure if that was the real Gary Gensler. Hey, what's up? Nice to see you today. I don't know whether I'd be like, think like that's this little starstruck. Hey, Gary's hanging out on my channel. Nice. Or I'd be worried like, is Gary going to be coming to my door? Miguel says, everyone drop that like button. Thank you. All right, I think we've wrapped this up. I think we've had a nice discussion. Version says the problem with most YouTubers, they promise huge profits without presenting a common sense facts. Yeah, I'm in this for long-term wealth building. In the short term, I looked at the prices. I'm like, awesome. Some of these cryptos I've been wanting to buy are 5%, 10% off now. I'm hoping they'll go down tomorrow. There's several cryptos in my portfolio. I'm looking at Gala Games. I bought it at 5 cents after saying not to buy it at 1.5 cents. I hope it tanks back to 1.5 cents because then I'm going to scoop some more of it up. So enjoy the ride. I hope you enjoy the ride, whether it's the ride of life, ride of crypto, and definitely take profits. I'll make a video soon about like my whole profit taking system. Superman says number one lie, the bottom is in. Yeah, you never know about this stuff. I think with this recession, we could easily go down 50% from here. And I'm prepared. I buy every day. I don't care if it's down, that means I get more. If other people are dumb enough to sell their Ethereum to me at half off, I will be happy to take it. And I don't care if the Ethereum I'm holding goes down 50%, because I'm sure it's going to pump like hell one day, and I hope there's going to be a 50% off sale, because I'm going to scoop that all up. And if the bottom is in, I'm not going to make nearly as much profit if we go straight up from here. So, yeah, you never know whether the bottom's in, whether the top's in. I thought the top was in for Bitcoin at 1,700. God, I was wrong on that. I was wrong so bad. I called the top at 1,700 Bitcoin. Now, that looks dumb now, but when 1,700 was the highest it had ever been, and it hadn't been up there in years, I mean, it made perfect sense at the time. Supo says, what lies have I missed? So, lie 6, one person has all the answers. I encourage you always watch. Sure, you can watch people on a regular basis, but make sure you're always getting some new opinions in too. And I shouted out both you and Joe Paris as the opposite, or as a kind of a counterpoint to this one. So I said lie number 5, you have to go all in. And then, I suggested the majority of people should operate this way. With diversification, DCAing, keep it consistent. And I said, if you are one of the people who's not, a normal person, then, watch Joe Paris, watch Superman. They'll tell you how to operate in the deep end of the pool. But if you're not a really good swimmer, don't go drowned in the deep end of the pool. You need to be able to handle, if you can't handle DCAing and building some wealth, then you might not want to go try and see if you can time the market and put in, 100,000 at just the right time. Lie number 4 is that high risk equals high reward, when really we want asymmetric risk. We want high reward, not that risky is ideal. And then these are just basic crypto lies, that mainstream tells. Crypto's a fad, and crypto's risky. Yeah, so's life. Life's risky. You're going to die one day. It's risky just living. Don't go to your grave never having really lived. All right, my friends. Thanks for a wonderful day. Lisa, Muhammad, Michael, Superman, Raja. Love y'all. I'm just talking to hear myself talk now. So I'll go live on one of my other channels in a minute. They're all linked in the description. Have a great day. Oh, yeah. Lie number 7. Gary Gensler can kill crypto. The truth, Gary Gensler is just one person. And Gary Gensler cannot kill crypto. And Gary Gensler actually likes Bitcoin. Where's the off button?